In this video we are going to talk about dictionaries. Now dictionary is a pretty useful variable type where you can store pairs of values. So I'm going to create a dictionary. I'm going to call it F equals, and the way you create a dictionary is you have encapsulated in curly brackets, you have, so I'm going to have Bill. This means Bill corresponds to the value of 2.2. Jill. Usually the examples given are people's names, but they certainly can be anything else. Okay. So we have Bill corresponds to 2.2. The value associated with Jill is 5.3. The value associated with Bob is 2. And the useful thing about this is I can access Bill's value by typing F brackets Bill, and so these are not ordered values. These pairs are not ordered in any particular way except by the name. So the way you don't access it by the index, you access it by the key. So I typed in Bill, and that's going to return back to me 2.2. Okay, so that's one way of creating a dictionary. Another way of creating a dictionary is D equals, and you can type in DICT, that's the function for creating a dictionary, and you can say Jake equals 5, Adam equals 10, and so these aren't strings here. You're actually just creating a variable only to insert it into the dictionary. Sam equals 30. Okay, so now you can see that this is a dictionary as well. Now another way you can create a dictionary is C equals, you can actually create a list. So I can type this in all again, Jake. You can do a list of tuples. And let me actually, these need to be in string, has to be strings. So Adam, this needs to be a string as well. So if you do a list of tuples, the dictionary function will assume you want to pair the tuple. Okay, so you can see there's the list of tuples, and if I were to type dic-c, it will just create a dictionary assuming that these tuples are the pairs that you want to make. So another way of creating a dictionary, you can what's called zipping a to list. So there's list 1, and then here's the list of values. 5, 2, 3, 1. And of course that has to be the same size, or I recommend that it's the same size. So let me just show you quick what the zip function does. So, well, first let's just do zip A and B. What it does is it actually does exactly what it sounds. It zips these two lists together. So if I type in zip, it creates what's called a zip object, and it has a little locator for it. If you want to see what's happening, you can use the list function, which will create a list out of the zip object. So just like this. So you create the zip object, and then you create a list, and then whenever you do that, it will show you what the zip looks like. So you can see A, which is the first item of variable A, is paired with 5, which is the first item with B. And then B is paired with 2, shown here. C is paired with 3, third item. D is paired with 1. Okay, so you can create a dictionary this way. Dictionary zip AB. Okay, so you just zip it together and then use the dictionary to create this dictionary. Now, you don't have to be confined to just numbers. Okay, so for instance, let's, I'm going to copy this text up here. And then on the center one, instead of doing 10, I'm going to do 10, 5, 3, or 2. So this right here is a list. Now if I create this, notice that 5 is associated with Jake, but this list is now associated with Adam. And if I were to type in D Adam, it will return back to me the list. So you can store a lot of different variable types for the values. So you can hold entire matrices inside these name value pairs. You can do path files. So for instance, you might have a dictionary of different keys or different folder names that you like, and then for the dictionary value have the actual full path name. And so whenever you search for that particular item, it returns back to you the path. And that's a very quick way of finding things. Now, if you, like said, so we have D here that has Jake, Adam, and Sam. Now, if I were to try to look for Bill in the dictionary D, it's going to give me what's called a key error. And basically it says that that key that you're looking for isn't there. Now, if you want to beforehand check so that you don't get this error, if you want to beforehand check in this dictionary, you can do Bill in list D. And you can say, and it will say false. So you can do like an if statement and say, is Bill in list D? If not, do XYZ. If it is, then do some sort of function. So that's pretty much some of the main factors or the important things about dictionaries, and they are very useful. I recommend using them, so because they can save you a lot of time.